So let's bounce on over to Eagle Imports and Mike. So we talked a little bit about at SHOT Show about some things you guys got on the horizon, but we didn't really get to talk details, and we're going to have those interviews coming in the next few episodes. But we want to talk some details because you got some really cool things coming down the pike from Eagle, man, and the companies that you guys represent: Bersa, Grand Power, Metro Arms. Man, how many? There's like 6 different.
I know. Avidity Arms. I mean, we got a lot of
American Classic, SPS, LLAMA, Comanche. So, yeah, and I want to get it. We didn't get an update on Avidity, so I want to know what's going on with that too. So, where do you want to start? You want to start with Bersa because there was some TPR9.
All right, so let's talk about Bersa.
Okay.
Bersa, obviously, is a gun from Argentina. They make one of the most popular 380s in the world.
Yes.
They actually make a gun that was called the Thunder Ultra Compact Pro, which was basically the gun and firearm that was used by the Argentinian military and the police force. So if you go in the U.S., if you're walking around, you look at cops here, usually they have a Glock, right? Mm-hmm. You go down there to Argentina, everybody has a Bersa. It's kind of interesting, which is, and I always find myself staring at their guns, and then they catch me staring at their guns, and like I always get nervous because I'm like, they see me looking, but it's just always fascinates me to see it like on
right military. As a gun guy. I mean, that's just kind of what you're like. Oh, I wonder what they're carrying. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course, they're looking at you as he's trying to get our gun.
Yeah, well, you have
with
to.
This guy.
He's salivating.
Right.
But Bersa has a new redesign on a basic classic, which is that Thunder Ultra Compact and Thunder High Cap, and it's called Thunder Pro Redesign. It's the TPR, basically 45, 9, and 40, and then a 9 and a high cap version. They've taken the old design, which is everybody loves, and it's all out there, and they've kind of revamped it a little. They put like thinner grip on there and serrations. They moved the loaded chamber indicator to a better spot, and most importantly, they put a much better trigger on there. They put the competition style trigger that they have on the Thunder Pro competition gun.
Okay.
Yeah. So the gun is also going to be cheaper, which is
it's better and it's cheaper. How do they do that?
Cheaper. We respond to the demand in the U.S.
There you go.
Which is we want Mercedes quality at Honda prices. But basically, if you want to get a awesome, like fully ambidextrous 9, 40, 45 and a compact gun, or maybe even a high cap 9, the Bersa TPRs are going to be awesome. Getting a lot of good feedback on them. We just got them into the United States. We got them out to all the riders. Everything we've heard has been fantastic.
Cool.
And that's what we got going on with Bersa.
Okay, so the TPR9, and you said that comes in the 45, the 9, the 40, and the 380, right?
No 380.
No 380.
Right now.
Okay.
That's in the future. As of right now, we're going with these right here. So it's a high cap 9, which is like a 17 round 9, and then you got your ultra compacts, right? Yeah. Which 7, 10, for your 9 and 40. Gotcha. So those are going to be available now, and they're going to start shipping immediately. So, obviously go to the Bersa website, check out the TPRs. I think it's going to be pretty cool. I always say, if this gun's good for the Argentinian military and police, it's good for everybody.
Good for you. Yeah,
yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very cool. So TPR with Bersa coming down the pipe, and it's on their website. You guys, I'm looking at it right now. Just go to eagleimportsinc.com. And they make it really easy. You just click on Bersa, and then their whole line of Bersa guns are there, and you pick on the one that you're interested in. And, of course, you can't order these from Mike. You got to go to distributors. Your local distributor will have these. If they don't, ask them to get it in. Order it.
Yeah, the the dealers can call any of the big distributors. We are with all the big guys, so they're available. And also too, if anybody ever has a problem finding any one of our guns, Eagle Imports guns, they could always contact us, and we'll do the research and legwork to get you that.
Very good. That's nice to know. And they just do that through your website.
They can do it through the website. They can call us. There's a live chat. I mean, we're pretty approachable. My customer service guys are in the office are really good. I hear them helping people sometimes. They go way out of their way to help people, which is nice, right? I mean, that's
absolutely. I mean, that's what keeps people coming back to a company. I mean, it's the customer service.
Yeah, and it goes kind of back to what we were saying. Like, don't intimidate people. Help them. We got to embrace.
Yeah, don't be holier than thou.
Right, absolutely.
Don't be a freaking know-it-all.
Yeah, but Bersa's also got a couple other things. Our BP, which is a very popular gun, we're coming with a much stronger price this year. BP9 is a very popular gun, and now it's going to be more cost-effective for people who are trying to break into a single-stack polymer 9.
Okay.
So that's a good thing, and then. Basically Bersa's got Cerakoted Thunder 380s. That's, pretty popular right now. Everybody loves to trick out their guns with different colors.
Like to personalize them. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And then we have the Crimson Trace Thunder 380 series, which is going to be much cheaper this year as well. We're working with Crimson Trace, who would put, obviously their industry leading laser onto the gun, and we came up with a really awesome price for people that want that added to the gun.
What are those coming in at?
Actually, you're probably going to come in around $400.
Oh wow, that's nice. Yeah.
I mean,
very affordable.
maybe it's cheaper than that, but it's people love that. So
and with you were talking about the BP Concealed Carry Series. You guys have a lot of different color options available on those. They're not Cerakoted, but there's the polymer. You can come in different colors.
Yep, you got
and then your slides
green,
are different.
The gray, sniper gray. I mean, there's all different assortments. Bersa is such, I've been in this industry for a long time, and Bersa was the first gun that I repped along with the old original LLAMA. So I always have a very soft spot in my heart for this brand. It's like a child to me. So it's been fun to watch them come.
It's like a childhood friend you grew up with.
Yep, exactly. So it's just to see where they are now from where they were, when I started like 15, 20 years ago. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah. And I shot the BP, didn't I?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I don't know if it was at Big 3 or if it was at Iraq Vet. I remember shooting it, and the trigger on that thing, I was very impressed with the trigger on the BP. Really liked that.
Yep. It's I think it's got one of the best triggers in the game, but
it was very noticeable when you're shooting it. I mean, it's not something you would expect from a gun in that price range. Just it's one of those where as soon as you feel it, you're like, "What? This is a Bersa?" You're like, "Wow, this is really nice." And like you said, the trigger. I mean, I'll put it up against any factory trigger out there right now, and some aftermarket ones as well.
Yeah, no doubt. Bersa BP. I got two guns that I carry around. That I have all around my house in positions to where if I need to get to them, they're there. And the BP is one of them, and then the Q100 by Grand Power. Those are my two favorite guns. So
very cool. So anything else from Bersa?
Nope, that's about it.
Okay. That's a lot. I mean, that's a lot coming out this year. So something to be looking forward in your local gun store, guys. Yeah,
that's the problem with what I got going on with all 50 different manufacturers, because it's like, how much time do we have?
Yeah, let's do it. We got time. Let's do it. Let's talk about it. Who we got next?
Let's go with Metro Arms.
I love talking guns. In case you didn't know, I've got this podcast where that's kind of what we do, and I can talk as long as you got time to talk, brother. So
there you go.
And I know our listeners. That's the great thing about podcasting is once they got to do something else or they don't have time, they can just come back and finish listening when they get time. So
absolutely.
Hells yeah. So who we got next?
Okay, let's do Metro Arms.
Metro, let's do it.
Yeah, and Metro Arms
Mac.
is basically, Mac is the kind of souped up 1911 line. You got American Classic as a starter, and then Mac. What do you feel? How do you feel about Mac? Because I see you're excited.
Yeah, I like Mac. I've been wanting to get one of these for a while, so I'm anxious to hear what they got new coming out.
Well, Metro Arms itself obviously has 4 brands, right? American Classic, Mac, SPS, and LLAMA.
Yeah.
And they're all variations of 1911s in some sort of fashion. So,
right.
American
SPS
Classic
is the one that I really am in love with.
That's your race guns. Those are.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I mean,
they're sexy.
Yeah, they are sexy and they are awesome. Like, for the price, you can't beat it.
Out of the box competition gun. It's unbelievable. Yeah.
Yeah, it's he does an amazing job, and that's his background, right? I mean, he was a 1911 enthusiast, and he.
So when you say he, who is he? Tell us who he is.
Hector Rodriguez. He's the owner of Metro Arms.
Okay.
I watched him build this company from day one.
Oh, okay.
He literally used to the story behind it is he used to bring LLAMA into the Philippines. So at SHOT Show, he was always hanging around our booth, and when LLAMA went out of business. In like 2006, 2005, like around that time, he literally said, "I'm thinking about making a 1911. Would you be interested in importing it if I did?" And when we first saw the gun, we literally were like, "Are you serious? This is what it?" We're like, "Hell yeah!" Because people say, "Oh, I'm going to get it into manufacturing," and it's crazy. Within 10 years, I mean, if you go to our website, you look under Metro, and you see the different brands, what he's done, the amount of SKUs he's made, the quality. I mean, it's
so what's his background? Is he a competition shooter himself?
Well, he's a lawyer, but yeah, he's
a lawyer. So I guess down there, yeah, you need to be a competition shooter if you're an attorney, right?
Yeah, no, he originally was a lawyer that was a gun enthusiast and a competition shooter. He loves it. And nicest guy on the planet. Like, really it's been a pleasure to work with. And I think people sleep on his gun a little bit. I think the next couple of years, though, you're going to see these everywhere because he's got so much to offer for everybody. Yeah. Right. Let's face it. Okay. The Philippines has cheap labor, right? And because of that,
fact, yeah,
it's just a fact. Because of that, they're able to do things that the Kimbers and everybody else does, and they can do it for a fraction of the cost, right? Like, take, for example, the chrome that he puts on all of the guns, like the Micromax chrome, the LLAMA Micromax.
These things are beautiful, guys. So as you're listening to this, go ahead and go to Eagle's website, and you can pull them up and see what we're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. It's unbelievable. And it, like, when I was on the show, at SHOT Show, being there with Chad from Keltec and just hearing, him chiming in and saying, "I have one of those guns. I love it."
Yeah. That speaks volumes to have a guy from another company talk about your handgun. Yeah. Absolutely.
And that was so cool of him. And just to hear the way he was talking about it warmed my heart, right? Because I got to see, like, here we are, that considered competition, right? Not so much for 1911s, but just for other things. Yeah. And him just saying, "Dude, that gun is badass." Like, he loves it. Yeah. And just him wanting to
He owns it. He owns it.
Yeah, he owns it. Yeah, absolutely. So there's so many cool guns in the lineup here.
Yeah, I've been dying to get my hands on one of these Panteras, but they're just like, they're like unicorns.
I know.
They're so hard. So how's the Pantera? This is the SPS Pantera series that I'm talking about, compared to the let me go to it, the Mac Metro Arms 3011 series that they have. And how long have the 3011s been out?
I mean, they've been out since he started the line, so they basically came out at the same time. Okay. SPS is technically an outfit out of Spain, and Hector actually produces the guns for SPS. So that's kind of, and then the Mac series is basically all Hector's, right? Mm-hmm. So you got SPS behind the design of the race gun for the Pantera, and
I wish he would come out and want to call it the Hector.
The Hector.
that would be awesome. Yeah,
the Hector.
The Hector. You know how that would just name alone that would just sell millions.
He's got some funny names under. I laugh at the Amigo, which is an American classic gun. Basically, it's like a little compact 45. It's like the Amigo. It's like my little buddy. My little buddy.
Say hello to my little buddy.
There you go. But I mean, look at how many. I mean, you're looking at the website right now. Yeah. Look at all the different SKUs he has. Sometimes it makes me crazy, but you can really see how much he loves this. So, like, you're talking about the 3011, right?
Yeah.
That's the next big one that everybody freaks out about. Obviously, that's a competition-ready gun too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like it. So, talk about that one.
Well, obviously.
You got a regular series, and you got a tactical series, and then he's got a Rapido series. Yep,
the Rapido is next on the list. That kind of comes off and looks like a race gun.
It does,
right?
Yeah.
And you got your double stack. I mean, for people that know race guns, you'd see this and go, okay, that's clearly a race gun. For people that don't know race guns, they're like, that's badass. It's a gun from the future.
Right. It's just cool as hell. It comes in 9mm, 38 Super, 17+1. You got a 5 and a 5.5 inch barrel.
Yep, long and a short.
Got the scope mount, front and rear. Aluminum for
stub safety.
Ambi safety. Comes in under 52 ounces. It's just, beaver tail, double stack frame, and the cuts. You got the slide cuts in it already.
Yep, serrations. Yep.
You've got a skeletal combat hammer. I mean, this is all stuff that if you were to go and do this aftermarket or have one custom made like this, it would cost you, $5,000+ What's this thing coming in at?
Our MSRP on it is $1,725.
Wow, that's amazing.
And that the 3011 that we were just talking about comes in at about $1,200.
Wow, that's it.
Yep, that's it.
$1,200 competition ready. That's awesome. Yeah,
that's what I mean. Like Mac is,
and that's MSRP. You're saying, right?
That's MSRP.
Yeah. So I mean, as everybody knows, MSRP, you usually can get them cheaper than that. But I mean, these things are selling so quick. People are probably paying a little bit more for those.
Yeah, and it's crazy because the people that have stumbled upon this and really gotten behind it are like, I always tell the story of Steven Seagal, right? Like Seagal picked up the bullseye and was like, "What the hell is this? Why does it cost?
Why is it so cheap?
Why is it so inexpensive?" Yeah. And dialing us up and being like, "I got to meet with you guys, like immediately. Come down to Arizona because I want to get behind this gun." And like stories like that, where you just see people that are 1911 enthusiasts go wild for these things. Right?
Yeah. You need to invite him down to Big 3.
Dude, I don't.
Say, look, Steven, come on, come to Big 3. We'll show you shit you've never seen before, buddy.
I think he would love that. He is so into guns. It's crazy. He has guns that are $20,000.
Oh, I don't doubt it, man.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's got an amazing collection. I'd probably love to see it.
Yeah, we went down and hung out at his house and kind of put together a gun that will probably be released sometime next year.
Oh, so you're in collaboration on
something? We're trying to get there. We're in collaboration. He absolutely loves the Mac Bullseye. He carries it. He actually 2 years ago at SHOT Show, when he walked into the booth, he just pulled up and showed that what he was carrying. We were like, yeah. But it's a funny story. The first time with Raphael, who's my national sales manager, has been on the show many times. He's one of the Richards.
Top Richard, yeah.
Top Richard. When we went down to go visit him to talk about this project originally, we're driving up to his house, and I'm sitting there going, "Hey, everybody."
So let's bounce on over to Eagle Imports and Mike. So we talked a little bit about at SHOT Show about some things you guys got on the horizon, but we didn't really get to talk details, and we're going to have those interviews coming in the next few episodes. But we want to talk some details because you got some really cool things coming down the pike from Eagle, man, and the companies that you guys represent: Bersa, Grand Power, Metro Arms. Man, how many? There's like 6 different.
I know.
So let's bounce on over to Eagle Imports and Mike. So we talked a little bit about at SHOT Show about some things you guys got on the horizon, but we didn't really get to talk details, and we're going to have those interviews coming in the next few episodes. But we want to talk some details because you got some really cool things coming down the pike from Eagle, man, and the companies that you guys represent: Bersa, Grand Power, Metro Arms. Man, how many? There's like 6 different.
I know. Avidity Arms. I mean, we got a lot of
American Classic, SPS, LLAMA, Comanche. So, yeah, and I want to get it. We didn't get an update on Avidity, so I want to know what's going on with that too. So, where do you want to start? You want to start with Bersa because there was some TPR9.
All right, so let's talk about Bersa.
Okay.
Bersa, obviously, is a gun from Argentina. They make one of the most popular 380s in the world.
Yes.
They actually make a gun that was called the Thunder Ultra Compact Pro, which was basically the gun and firearm that was used by the Argentinian military and the police force. So if you go in the U.S., if you're walking around, you look at cops here, usually they have a Glock, right? Mm-hmm. You go down there to Argentina, everybody has a Bersa. It's kind of interesting, which is, and I always find myself staring at their guns, and then they catch me staring at their guns, and like I always get nervous because I'm like, they see me looking, but it's just always fascinates me to see it like on
right military. As a gun guy. I mean, that's just kind of what you're like. Oh, I wonder what they're carrying.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course, they're looking at you as he's trying to get our gun.
Yeah, well, you have
with
to.
This guy,
he's salivating.
Right.
But Bersa has a new redesign on a basic classic, which is that Thunder Ultra Compact and Thunder High Cap, and it's called Thunder Pro Redesign. It's the TPR, basically 45, 9, and 40, and then a 9 and a high cap version. They've taken the old design, which is everybody loves, and it's all out there, and they've kind of revamped it a little. They put like thinner grip on there and serrations. They moved the loaded chamber indicator to a better spot, and most importantly, they put a much better trigger on there. They put the competition style trigger that they have on the Thunder Pro competition gun.
Okay.
Yeah. So the gun is also going to be cheaper, which is
it's better and it's cheaper. How do they do that?
Cheaper. We respond to the demand in the U.S.
There you go.
Which is we want Mercedes quality at Honda prices. But basically, if you want to get a awesome, like fully ambidextrous 9, 40, 45 and a compact gun, or maybe even a high cap 9, the Bersa TPRs are going to be awesome. Getting a lot of good feedback. One model, Eagle brought in the whole line because we absolutely fell in love with these guys' guns.
Holy crap! I've not seen the K22 X Trim series.
Yep.
No, keep going. Don't let me interrupt. I'm just fanboy over here.
That is an awesome little gun, dude. 15 round 22.
Wow.
But so the owner named Yaroslav, he is basically an old armor for in Slovakia. He's a gun enthusiast as well. I guess you don't get into manufacturing guns unless you're an enthusiast. So
I would hope so. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I hate him.
I hate him. I'm not going to make a good gun. Screw it.
He managed to perfect the rotating barrel system where I think all the other companies that have tried it in the past, where it's kind of fallen short.
Mm-hmm.
So he has a rotating barrel system that just makes all these guns awesome to shoot.
So for our listeners who haven't listened to your previous interviews, talk about how the rotating barrel works.
Okay, so basically, it's hard to do this without a visual, but it just rotates as the cartridge is fired.
It's going left to right, or is it right to left that it rotates? I can't.
It's right to left.
Right to left. Yeah. So instead of coming up like your normal gun does, when the slide comes back and is putting another round in, and the barrel's coming up and down, it just goes left to right. It stays on your plane, stays level. So you get no down rise.
Right. It helps with muzzle flips. So you're basically a little bit more accurate.
Yeah.
Which is what I need that.
Keeping on target. Yeah. We all do. I mean, everybody does.
Well, when I first shot a Grand Power, it was funny. I was like, "Damn, this makes me accurate as hell." You know what I mean? Because I
shot that Excalibur, and I fell in love. I shot it in Georgia. I remember shooting it in Georgia, and it was really nice.
So the X-Cal is basically it's accurate and it's competition ready as well. It's funny, that is our number one selling gun. It's the most expensive gun in the line for them.
I can see why. I mean, it's a good looking gun, and it's, like you said, for competition shooters, it's ready to go. Yeah,
and the MSRP on that is about it's $1,009, right? But it's $1,000. So.
$1,000.
Yep, and that is well worth it. And believe it or not, I have a lot of friends that actually bought one and they don't even shoot competition. They just fell in love with the way the gun looked and felt and shot. So when we first started bringing them into the country, I almost, marketing-wise, I wanted to have it like in a stone, where people just pull it from a stone.
Oh, that would be sweet. Dude, that would be genius marketing.
Yeah, it just,
Do it.
I know.
It would be so easy to do, man. Just get a freaking styrofoam thing made up, and maybe one day. It is an awesome gun. NRA, dude. Do it for NRA.
Sword in the stone. There you go.
There you go. Exactly. That would be so cool.
Yeah, but so their guns, most of their guns, obviously the 22 and the 380 do not feature the rotating barrel system, but all their 9s, 40s, 45s, all those have the rotating barrel system, which makes the gun completely unique. But another thing that makes the guns completely unique is there are no MIM parts. It's all machine parts.
Yeah.
And basically all put together by one armor. So he puts together from start to finish, he puts it together. So basically it's one guy handcrafting the whole thing.
Yeah.
And the guns just don't break, man. And these guys
have been on the scene how long in America?
They've been I say they've been on the scene for about 3 years with me. Right, but they've been here longer, and I can't remember exactly when they came in. Originally, SPS was bringing them in, then Century brought them in. But as a line, I was the first. Eagle was the first to bring them in full line, because we met with these guys at IWA and we saw what they had to offer, and we were just blown away. I mean, guns all come with lifetime warranties. The in the box, the setup's beautiful.
Yeah.
Back straps, different things that you get.
Fiber optic front sights.
Yep. Not on everything, but on some of your bigger ones like the Excalibur.
Well, the Excalibur's one. I'm just looking at the Excalibur right now. It's got the fluted bull barrel, scallop slides, the ambidextrous mag release. It's got an extended safety, like you said, the lifetime warranty, and then that rotary locking barrel system, which is very unique. And if you guys haven't shot one before, I don't know if your local range rents guns or not, but see if you can't get them to let you shoot one of these Grand Powers, man. They're phenomenal, and you'll understand what we're talking about as far as the accuracy, keeping you on target, not getting that muzzle rise like you do in your typical handgun.
Now, their next gun that is, and we've had this conversation, you got a chance to see it at SHOT Show, and we don't have it on the website yet. It should be up either today or tomorrow, is the Stribog, or how some people say it, the Stribog.
The Stribog. And who's that from?
This is from Grand Power.
This is Grand Power. Okay, so we talked about it at SHOT Show, but you didn't. I didn't see it. I didn't get to see it because I was strapped to the microphone there, and you didn't bring it over for me to look at, so I didn't get to do
I suck.
Didn't get to do a little show and tell with that, but I did see pictures afterwards, and I'm like, holy crap, this is what he was talking about. So I wasn't fully picturing it, and then when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, I got to have this. Yeah.
Yeah, there are videos. If you go online right now and you just Google like the Grand Power Stribog, and that's Stribog. There are a bunch of videos up there. Everybody from like Rob Pincus, other people that have kind of messed with this gun. Now, it just got approved by ATF during SHOT Show week.
Okay.
So a lot of the stuff you see in those videos is the automatic fun stuff that we can't have here. But
sure,
you get the idea. It's the same gun. It's just basically the 9mm handgun version. It's basically a carbine pistol with all the Grand Power kind of bells and whistles. Obviously, it doesn't have a rotating barrel, but
sure,
it's
how cool would that be if they made that implemented that with a rotating barrel? Holy crap! Well, I'm just thinking here,
I know.
I mean, people start talking about their guns, and I'm just like, oh man, and what if it did this, and you could do that, and squirrel.
Innovation, man, and you also have to have that engineering background.
Yeah, which I don't.
Yeah, I don't either. So a lot of the ideas I have are like, they can't do that.
Right. It's like I'm spouting out these ideas, and engineers are going, "What a dumbass!" It's impossible. You can't do that. It defies physics. You dumbass.
No, but this gun is we are already we are in a very severe back order situation, and this gun's not even going to touch down till about 3 months because of licensing and getting it to the U.S. Like I said, I just got approved, but this may be Grand Power's Hey Jude. This is going to be big for them.
Yeah, it's going to be. It's a very good looking. I mean, once you look at it, you're going to be like, that's a gun. I gotta have that.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we cannot bring it in with a stock in the back, a brace. But there will be an adapter available that we will have that people can use to basically attach it and put whatever kind of stock they want in the back of it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so unfortunately, it just comes in that kind of sort of half pistol version because of the laws that are bestowed upon me, which are completely unfair that the rest of the American manufacturers. That's me on my soapbox.
Little violins playing in the background.
Yeah, little violins going. Yeah, believe me, I can go on for days about. There's something we could throw on the train. No.
There you go. Let's back it up. I think
all the laws that are bestowed upon importers.
Well, that's a good point because there are a lot of restrictions which prohibit a lot of firearms coming into this country. So it's awesome that companies like yourself are able to work with these other countries and get firearms to America that we wouldn't normally be able to have access to. So kudos to you guys for that, man.
No, I appreciate that. I wish we could offer, if I had $1 for every time someone said, hey, why don't you bring in like a micro Thunder, Bersa Thunder 380? And I'm like, can't do it. That's about as small as the gun that we can bring in because of the point system.
Talk to your legislators, your government officials,
Yeah.
But that's the thing too. I mean, all the hoops and all the fees and crap that you guys got to go through, and you're still able to bring these guns in at the price points that you're bringing them in. It's like, wow.
No, and I appreciate you pointing that out. Because a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people do not understand that I have to pay extra to get these guns in here.
Yeah.
And there's a cost to everything, and then there's also limitations that I have to go through. But we make it work, and we do the best we can, and we strive to bring guns into the U.S. that most people don't even know exist or that they are sleeping on.
Right.
Just And I had this conversation with another guy the other day. He was talking about Grand Power. He says, "Oh, how does Grand Power just start from zero in the U.S.?" And I said, "Well, the funny part about it is, you go to Russia, you go to some other places. Grand Power has a big name,
right?
And it's just breaking into that American market. We could do a whole show on importing and the struggles.
I think we should. I think we should do that. I think that would be very interesting. I mean, that would help educate a lot of people on, why certain guns can't come over, and why you only get certain guns, and
why you haven't heard of every brand,
and how we might be able to overcome that.
Yeah, no, next time for sure.
I like
1,000%. Pencil me in there.
All right,
I got a lot to say.
We'll definitely do that then. That's going to be a topic for a later show, definitely.
No, but a couple of things I want to kind of touch on besides, like, obviously the Stribog, which is going to MSRP at like $7.99.
What?
I know. See,
God, dang it. And you've got my name on that backlist, right?
Absolutely, man.
Absolutely,
you know somebody. No, I'm going to take care of you. Come on.
Yeah. I know. I'm excited about it. I mean, you talking about it, I got excited about it, but once I actually saw it, I was like, oh my God. I mean, us talking about it doesn't do it justice. So, yeah, once it comes out, I mean, you guys got to go to their website, and you said it's going to be out in the next few days or so. You'll have the pics and stuff up. Yeah,
it'll be officially on the website, but like I said, don't wait till then. By the time people hear this, it'll be on the site. But
right, that's what I'm saying.
There's videos being shot of this thing. There's a ton of videos out there already, just because he has it over in Europe, and you can kind of see just how nice a gun it is.
And spell it again one more time.
It's the Grand Power, Stribog.
Okay, Stribog.
Yep.
Stribog.
Stribog.
I like Stribog. I'm going to go with Stribog.
I do too.
That's a strong name.
Yeah.
Does that mean anything? Do you know what that means?
Yeah, it's like the goddess of, what is it? The god of, Slovakian god of.
Slavic god of winds. There we go.
There it is. Yep.
Slavic god of winds. So which would mean storms, thunders.
Means it's bringing a badass gun into the United
Thor.
States.
It's like the Slavic god of thunder, Thor.
Yep, there you go. But it's awesome. It's 20 rounds, 9mm, grips polymer. Magazines are going to be super cheap for this gun.
It comes with how many mags?
It'll come with 2.
Come with 2 mags. Okay.
Yeah. And
this is a 9mm?
Yep, 9mm.
And it's really, so you just Google it, Stribog gun, and there's some images and videos and things out there already, if it's not on the website yet.
Yep. And like I said, all braces will be able to be mounted on it, and because they'll have an adapter for the back. It's just a badass gun. Yeah, it really is.
It's a pistol. So it's a pistol, and then you can put the braces on it and run with it. Run with it that way.
The other gun I want to talk about, which is, I mentioned this earlier, it's one of my personal protection guns for my family, is the Q100 and the Q1S. That's Grand Power's first striker fire pistol that is in 9mm, and it has the rotating barrel system, and it's just.
And I got to shoot that one in Georgia too, and I shot it, and I liked it as well. Yeah, it was.
Yep, it's It makes me feel like another insanely accurate shooter when I shoot it. Something I'm not. No matter how many years of practice.
Makes you feel that way, It
makes me feel that way. I love this gun so much because when I first shot it, I was just like, holy crap. And what I've seen real shooters do with this gun, like Greg from Arms Corps, lives in Vegas, so I get up to the Arms Corps guys a lot to shoot.
Right.
The coolest thing about it is about 10 yards. The first time he shot it, he put the first 3 shots through the same hole.
Oh, wow.
I've never seen anybody do that. I like, honestly, even
I can imagine that would be very doable for just the novice of shooters.
Yeah, with Rob Pincus was standing right there, and it was just crazy. We were like, damn. But this gun is awesome. It's Q100 is basically it's a full size version, and the Q1S is just a smaller version of that gun.
Okay.
And the Q100 is available now, and it's about a $500 gun.
Oh wow! that's really, for the quality that you're getting on here, I mean, that's crazy. It's a 15+1 on the full size and a 12+1 on the compact series. It's polymer frame, so it'd be lightweight for you.
Yep.
And then it's got the rotating barrel system. It's got modular replaceable back straps and ambidextrous controls. Again, that's something I'm noticing on all these is, they're all coming with the ambidextrous controls standard.
Yep.
And lightweight, 26 ounces, 24 ounces, and then you got a Q1S 22 ounces on that one. So
yeah, just awesome gun all around. That's and we expect big things from this gun.
And it's got a rail mount, so you can mount lights and different things on it.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. So, Grand Powers is a gun that, I know I keep saying this stuff because they're my guns and everything, but it's slept on. These guys, we don't have the $30 million marketing budget, and if we did, I guarantee you these guns would be household, super big names. And, so we've had to do it kind of organically, like guerrilla marketing through, our relationships in this industry. But when people shoot a Grand Power, they are literally like, what the hell is this? I need it.
Yeah, where's this been all my life?
Yeah, I've seen it so many times. I mean, it's just an awesome gun and a great group of guys as well. Like the Slovakians out there, they're funny.
And you said these come with lifetime warranties as well?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's great. Yeah. That's great. So that's the Grand Power line. I want to talk about. Was there anybody else? Any of these other? I want to talk about Avidity before we get on. We need to get an update. I need an update on Avidity, but Comanche, LLAMA. Those guys got anything we need to be looking out for?
LLAMA is fairly new. That goes back under the Metro Arms category, but LLAMA has a super badass entry level 1911 called the Max 1. Let me just give the background of LLAMA. Everybody knows. There's going to be a lot of your listeners that know the name LLAMA, and LLAMA was a brand from Spain years ago that basically went out of business, but was around for 50 years. So everybody knows them.
This ain't your grandpa's LLAMA.
Exactly. Because we needed to say that because we sat around and one day we owned the name after they went out of business. We still had the name in the US. And we were looking at the Metro Arms 1911s and we were like, how cool would it be if Hector, right, the guy who originally brought LLAMA into the Philippines, started making llamas with the quality that he uses at Metro Arms.
Right.
Because when I was a rep and I started in this industry, going to gun shops, basically pushing Bersa and LLAMA, Bersa was always fine. Everybody loved Bersa. I never had anybody get angry. With LLAMA, I would walk in and I didn't know if they were going to shoot me or hug me.
Had a bit of a reputation. Yeah.
Right. So, and it seemed like LLAMA would make 50 guns that would work and then 50 that wouldn't.
Right. It was just the inconsistency of the quality that you were getting on them. Yeah.
Right. So now we brought the Metro Arms quality, which means there's no issue. But we've taken the two flagship guns, which is the Max 1, which is the 1911, that like entry level 1911. So it's really pretty gun, but you can also get. It's basically not. It's not necessarily your starter pistol, like for a first person going out, but it's about $550. You know what I mean?
That's. I mean, in today's comparison, that's not expensive.
No, absolutely not.
Not at all.
And then,
very affordable.
Right, and what you're getting, remember too, like for example, that chrome finish that I was talking about, that would automatically put $400 to $500 if it's done in the U.S. The chrome pistol 9mm, right? $660 suggested retail. So like that easily would be a $1,100 gun here.
So these are coming in 9 also?
Yep.
45, 38 Super and 9?
Well, sorry. 38 Super. 9 is in the future.
Gotcha. Okay. Just wanted to clarify that because I'm not seeing 9 on here.
This is what happens when you start running through 50 different lines.
I know. Sometimes they run together. So.
Right. I was going to say, okay, where I'm going with this next is the Micromax, which is the second flagship gun, basically, which is a 380, right? This is a very popular gun. It was one of the most popular guns when the original LLAMA was around. We sold a ton of Micromaxes. It's like a pocket-sized, cute 380. Everybody falls in love with it when they see it. And
6.3 inches, 4.5 height, and a 1.2 inch width. Yeah.
Yeah. And it comes with 2 mags and 7 rounds, and it's going to retail. Our suggested retail is about $468. So going to be down low, but it is absolutely
low fours on this one. Yeah.
Yep. And you could, if you're a woman, you could put it in your purse. If you're a guy, you could throw it in your cargo pants. I mean, it's that tiny. It's really cool.
Yeah.
It's
and it's feature rich also. So you've got the serrations on the front and the rear of the slide. You got the skeletal combat trigger. You got the skeletal combat hammer. And then are these G10 grips? Not sure on the grips. But you've got the beaver tail, and then the trigger itself. I mean, I like the trigger.
Right.
And then you've got a front and rear slide. Like I said, it's ready. But the sight itself, you're getting a what's the word I'm looking for?
Okay.
High vis. You got a high vis front sight. You gotta help me with words sometimes. I reach.
I'm trying to stay ahead of you and with our mind control.
right. Our telepathy. We're going across country here, but yeah. So I mean, it's very feature rich, and then coming in the low fours for that. That's unbelievable. So, Chromatic Series from LLAMA, which means what? Fire?
Yeah, it means fire in Spanish.
Yeah.
So
fire.
Yeah, but it's pretty awesome and lots of bells and whistles. You know, it's a little mini 1911 Novak style rear sight. I mean, you got a lot of nice little features on here, and once again, it's made by Metro Arms, which means you're going to have a great gun.
Exactly.
Yeah. So then on to Comanche. Before we get to Avidity, Comanche is just a very inexpensive little revolver that goes bang. Most known for its Super Comanche, which is a 45-410. That's a very popular gun.
Crazy looking little gun, and it's 10-inch length, 5.5-inch height, thin at 1.25 inches, and you're shooting a 410 out of this thing. Yeah, it is a snake gun.
It's a snake gun for sure. I've actually, when I used to call on dealers back in the day, it was funny. I'd go to the ones like down south, and people would show me like, yeah, I have these on my tractor. You know, they'd have it on their tractor.
Yeah.
Snake charm.
They're fun little guns.
Yeah, so nothing new from them. I mean, we bring them in when we can get them, and they sell through. Everybody, if you want an inexpensive little revolver that completely works for your tackle box, Comanche's where it's at. Yeah.
And then they got the Comanche 2 series, which is 38 special revolver, the double action. 8.5-inch length, 5-inch height, and 1.6-inch. Nice grips. You got the finger groove grips on it. Good looking little 38 special, man.
Yeah, man. It's like I said. It does what it's supposed to do, and it's not as flashy as some of my other brands, but like I said, we sell through them. What
are those coming in at price point?
Those are coming in at, if you went like a Super Comanche, comes in around $250 suggested retail. Yeah,
right. I mean,
and then
people are buying those off the shelves. Yeah,
and then the revolvers, they have $220 suggested retail. So yeah. I mean, it's they've been around for a while too. So a lot of people know them. That's why. When we sell every single one that we can get, if they
I bet. Yeah, I mean, at that price point, I mean, they're just, you can't keep them. Yeah. All right, so the moment we've been waiting for, the project that you're working on with Rob Pincus, the Avidity Arms PD10. What's the latest on it?
We are getting closer and closer. We have 2 little obstacles that we're overcoming. Rob has been.
Rob is one of those.
Yeah, he's three obstacles in one.
3 of the one. Yeah.
No, Rob. It's funny. I've never been on the manufacturing side of a gun. This is my first experience, and everybody has an opinion on how to handle, whether it's marketing, engineering, or just being the bank for it, paying for it, and Rob, because he's so enthusiastic, he let everybody behind the curtain of how a gun is made, and sometimes I feel like it's backfired on us, because when you do that and you introduce a gun, see, a lot of people the gun comes out and that's the first they hear of it.
And that's all they need to know. Here's your gun. They
don't know that gun could have taken 5 years to make.
Right. Exactly.
And Rob, to his point, which I understand, is no, I want people to see the process of this, because this is going to be history. Like, I want people to know what you go through to see how this gun is made, so it's made perfect.
Sure. But you can do that after it's released. Here's a
you,
documentary on how we do this. I mean, that's how they released the movie, and then they released the documentary on how it was made.
Rob works in real time.
We know this about Rob, which is why we love him. Yeah.
So we have two obstacles that we have to kind of get over, which is not that big a deal. We had an issue with the trigger bar assembly, and we looking to get that fixed this week. And then we had a magazine well issue. One of the reasons why you don't see 10 round 1911 mags in a pistol is because it's tough to do that. Yeah. But like you being innovative, you're
innovating, and that takes time sometimes.
Yep, and we have managed to pull it off. And basically, we are in the last stages of making sure that it is perfect, and then it's going to basically go to the torture testing phase, which is people putting thousands and thousands of rounds through it like professionals. Obviously, we shared a Facebook video, numerous ones from us doing that, me, Rob, and the engineer of the gun, Brad.
Right.
We spent 3 days literally shooting the thing to try to find failures and things like that. But we're fine-tuning it. It's getting close. I hate to always kind of like put a date out there because, as you know...
Well, that's fine. And I don't want you to put a date out there. I just wanted to get an update on kind of where we're at with it, and it's coming. So
it's coming.
I just want to make sure, it's still something in the works. It didn't go away, something to look forward to. Because I've been looking forward to this for a while now. And I understand, and our listeners understand that innovation takes time. So it's coming sooner than last time we talked.
Absolutely. There's no on the planet that wants this gun out more than I do. I want it out more than Rob because I'm paid for the whole thing.
Oh, I understand. Right. You're like, come on, dude. It's time for a little ROI.
Yeah, but it has been a really interesting experience, and I have a whole new appreciation for everybody that does this.
Well, you know that it's going to be held to some pretty high standards, especially since it's been taking so long. So we expect nothing but perfection, Rob.
Yeah, well, he will give that. Rob is an interesting cat. He is a very awesome guy, and I'm sure it's been a very not only educational but fun process working with Rob. I know Rob, and he's a really good guy, fun guy to work with. But he's got standards. So he has standards like you wouldn't believe. Yeah. I mean, he is the ultimate kind of, I guess, leader. Mm-hmm. He just doesn't refuse to take excuses or let people give themselves excuses. And sometimes that doesn't always apply, But Rob is awesome. If anybody doesn't know Rob, they should follow his courses and everything like that. He's a very educated man, and he's from New Jersey, believe it or not.
Yeah, I lived in Tennessee for a while. Did law enforcement here.
Yeah, but he's all over the place. It's great.
Yeah. He's all over the world. Yeah, he goes all over the world.
He can do anything. He's an amazing pitch man too. That's what's crazy. I've seen him just pick up a gun and literally do a 4 or 5 minute segment on a gun that he doesn't even really know about, but he's looking at the features.
Yeah.
And the way he
knows why that was put there and the reason for this and how that's going to affect this. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a gift. I mean, when he talks about the PD-10, it reminds me of like a Star Wars nerd talking about the Millennium Falcon, right? right? Because like if you talk to me about the PD-10, I go through basic things. I'm like, it has this, it has that, it's got this. He's like, we put this notch here because like he knows.
We've got 342 stippling grooves in the front and the back because.
Yeah, it blows me away. It's great, but I couldn't have had a better person behind the first gun for avidity. And, I think people are going to be, when it comes out, I think people are going to be blown away at how awesome it is. I know people have been able to feel actual live shooters, and people have actually shot the gun, so it does exist if you go up there.
So it is it's a 9mm striker, DA, double action, 10+1. It's got a 4-inch barrel. It's going to have a Mariglow, Luma Glow. It's going to have his patented ICE claw, emergency manipulation sight, so you can cock it on any surface. And it's coming in at under 20 ounces, just over 18 ounces, under 7 inches length. So this is an ideal, perfect, compact carry, self-defense handgun.
Yeah, when you put it in your hand, you're blown away.
And only 1 inch wide. So very concealable, lightweight carry, great for men and women. Like you were talking earlier with one of the, I think it was the Grand Power. Great for women, great for men, just throwing your cargo shorts and go.
Yep. Yeah, he is obviously, for those who don't know him, he's a self-defense guru, if you will. And he wanted to build the perfect gun, and because of our friendship and our business relationship that we have or developed, he's able to make the perfect gun for everyday carry and everyday self-defense. Yeah, it's been really fun. But I don't recommend anybody getting into manufacturing unless they drink 5 or 6 martinis a day,
right? and have millions of dollars.
yeah, exactly. So the only good thing I can say about this whole process is I'm able to go and talk to my manufacturers and get their opinions or advice. And all these guys, the owner of Grand Power, the owner of Bersa, the owner of Hector from Metro. The owner of Hector. Now you got me.
I'm telling you, man, he's got to come out with a Hector now.
Yeah,
you tell him I said that.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to. They need a Hector.
The Hector.
No, but they've all said like you're doing great. Like you guys are way farther than you should be for how you're doing it. We're basically part time in it. With a limited budget, and that's the cool thing I want people to understand when they get frustrated because Rob is showing everybody and they're like, does this gun exist? When's it going to come out?
Teasing everybody. Yeah, here's an awesome gun, but you can't have it.
Yeah, but that's Avidity Arms. Like they're going to, when it's here and all that stuff goes away, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. And back to Hector, I don't know if you watch Netflix or not, but there's a show called Longmire. I just finished watching that series. If you've not watched it, you should watch it, dude, because you'll like it. But there is a character on the show. It's called Hector. And if you watch that show, then you'll get why I say Hector, because that would be the perfect name for a handgun, especially people who are into that show Longmire. So Hector is an Indian, and he's like a supposed like ghost or spirit or whatever, but he serves justice to the ones who have gotten injustice.
See, there you go. The llama Hector, I could see that as
I'm telling you, man. Yes.
There's something you're forgetting, Hector. He knows about your scam, Crystal. Also knows you tried to frame him for murder. Does Cheyenne believe in a avenging warrior spirit? Take on any form, animal, human. The dog soldier knows what you've done, Crystal. And when he comes for you, I'm just a phone call and a 20-minute drive away. As fast as I can.
That would be so cool. But anyway, I had to throw that out. So Well, look, man, we have been on here for damn near 2 hours. But I mean, this is what the show's about. I mean, I put no limits on our guest. We take the conversation where it goes, and this has been interesting. I didn't realize we'd been on here this long. I looked down. I was like, "Holy crap! It's been 2 hours now." So,
thank
and
you.
We lost John somewhere along the way.
Yeah, John was like, "All right, time's up, guys."
He's like running, trying to catch up with us, waving us down right now. We're like way past him. So, but thank John for being on for me. I didn't get a chance to thank him for being on and offering that Leadhead discount code at No Sweat. You guys go there, 20% off. Use the code Leadhead, and it's nosweatco.com. And Mike, again, thank you so much for taking the time to be on and give us an update on what's been going on with Eagle. I know we didn't get a chance at SHOT to talk as much as we normally do, and this has been great to get caught up and get our listeners caught up on all the awesome things that you guys are bringing to America.
Thank you for having me, man. And just please go to eagleimports.com when anybody gets a chance to see what we have to offer, because I think we got something for everybody.
Well, yeah, I think you've got all my money after we've gone through this list. I had it earmarked for other stuff, but I'm going to have to unearmark it, and definitely want to get that 3011 from Mac. The Pantera, I'm still dying to get that Pantera, and now you're killing me with that Stribog, man. I gotta have that now too. Holy crap!
No, I appreciate it, man. And listen, much love to your listeners. And please, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact me over at Eagle. I'm pretty approachable. I'm on Facebook.
He's extremely approachable. He's very responsive, guys. So hit Mike up. And you guys are on the social medias as well.
Yep. We're all over. You can find us by
Facebook.
Everything. You could find us by the individual brands, or you could just find us as Eagle Imports. But we're out there. So,
guys, make sure you check out No Sweat. Check out Eagle Imports. Show them the Leadhead Brigade love. And if you can't get in touch with them, you got questions, you always get in touch with me. Shoot me a message at talkinglead@gmail.com, and I will pass on the message. But show them some love. Hit their social medias, like them, share their post, and we'll be back with more from Eagle. Probably NRA we'll hit you guys back up. So, again, thank you for taking the time. We're going to get into our 2018 SHOT Show interviews here. We've got Freedom Munitions on this episode, and Right On USA, the official optics. Brady comes by, and we're talking about that new 1-to-8 scope that they've got. So let's get into it without further ado.
No, so it's not a BDC.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
It's not a calibrated BDC because it goes on pretty much anything.
Sure.
We know we weren't trying to make it caliber specific. So
Gotcha.
There are 2 MOA hashes.
And you can just figure out your dope
from there. Yep.
Right on, lead heads. Little hint as to our next guest. Welcome back to the 2018 SHOT Show, and this is the coverage that you're getting from Talking Lead, which is the best in the business, because I got my good buddy Chad Enos from Kel-Tec.
Hello.
Making things happen here at the official lead quarters of Talking Lead, Kel-Tec.
Smile for the photo.
Oh, we're taking photo bombs here. And we're also live. We're on Kel-Tec's live feed here, so you guys can go back to their Facebook page. Is that where you're doing all the Facebook?
Yep.
And you can see all these interviews. Well, not all. We've done a lot of them, though.
Most.
Yep. From there. And are you guys going to post these on your YouTube channel also? Or
no, our YouTube channel doesn't get any traffic. So.
Okay.
At least you're being honest, right?
So just scroll down till you start hitting the 2018 SHOT Show coverage, and you'll see the awesome videos.
The thing that sucks is Matt and I will do these videos. We're like, oh, dude, this video is so epic, and we post it up like 3 weeks later, 1,000 views. I'm like, oh man.
Well, I thought it was cool.
What is going on?
Yeah, we thought it was cool, and they are cool, but it's just like nobody goes to Toyota's site either. They always go to a third-party place to look at reviews and stuff. So
Trucks jumping, all that
YouTube's
kind of stuff.
really choked the gun industry down a little bit. So, but there are other avenues coming in the future, and we've talked about a couple of those here on the show. So make sure you guys go back and listen to all our interviews. And So welcome in. I said, right on. We have the official optics of Talking Lead with us right now, right on USA, Mr. Brady Spieth.
Love it. Glad to be
Yeah,
back.
I love you, man.
I know. It's
Because you've brought some toys for us to look at.
fun. We did. We brought some new goodies. We
Excuse me.
To look at.
look at slash keep slash. I gotta make sure I take these back with
Oh,
me.
to keep.
No, they
Yeah,
look
yeah.
great, man.
I
They really
appreciate
do.
it. Yeah, we're this has been a great SHOT Show so far. So we're winding down on a Friday, but this is I brought one of our new Mod 7 1:8 by 28 tactical scopes.
So this is the one I've been waiting on. You told me about this a long time ago, and the cat's out of the bag now.
It's here. We debuted it this week. So
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I love this thing, man. 1:8. So talk about it.
yeah, it's 1:8 by 28, 34 mil tube. First focal plane. We do this in a tactical reticle, and then we also do it in kind of our dangerous game, big game hunting reticle.
Oh, that's where, Jeremy perked up.
Yeah. So
Shooting
somebody
some bears or
get
something,
excited over
yeah.
there. So.
Big grains through some ride-ons.
The hunting reticle we did in conjunction with Craig Boddington too, so that was kind of being cool to work with like a hunting legend, be able to get his feedback on what he wanted and what he's been 40, 50 years of hunting in Africa and stuff like that. So
He knows
Very
a thing
cool.
or two about
yeah,
hunting, right?
exactly.
Yeah,
So I just sit there and took notes, let him talk, and we came up with a really cool reticle. So
And also
Nice.
joining us, Chad, introduce.
Yeah, this is
our
my
next
buddy
guest.
Jeremy from Freedom Munitions.
How's it going, guys?
He is, like I said off the air, he's the me of Freedom Munitions. Travels all over the place.
Minus the
face-
beard.
Minus
face
the
up.
beard.
Clean shaven.
Although much, I should clarify, much better looking than me.
I don't know about all that, but
But so
So
Jeremy's.
Freedom Munitions is joining us.
Yes,
so
sir.
welcome
Happy
in.
to be on.
First time, so you're a first time.
I'm a
guest.
newbie.
Uh-oh.
You're
Newbie.
So
Nice.
you're lead head now.
Nice.
Welcome to the brigade.
Thanks for
Yeah.
having me on. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So the 1:8. Talk about that reticle that you've got, the tactical reticle. This is something that you've designed.
yeah, so it's something
yourself.
that I designed, had some good feedback. Everything we do, we kind of start with an idea, and then we just get feedback from everybody. I'm former military, former law enforcement. I have an incredible community of people that I get to tap into.
Want to touch the optic.
Exactly. And I
Now,
can't
would
get them to
they
stop
be
playing
able
with it.
to see that at home through the?
It is.
Uh-oh.
So
They'll
through
be
I
the
think
live
he's trying to
thing.
show off the reticle there.
If you wanna
Yeah.
show off the reticle. I'm
Yeah.
Dun, dun.
I love it. So yeah, the reticle we designed was just mainly for tactical purposes. It's a we have 2 MOA dot followed by a horseshoe style reticle. Be able to you can bracket the target super quick on 1 power, crank it up to 8 on that first focal plane, gives you a ton of good targeting availability with that
Right.
1 MOA dot and precision shooting. So
Yeah.
kind of the best of all worlds.
So you and I have done a couple of one-on-one optical classes for our lead heads, but for those just tuning in, talk about first focal plane versus second focal plane right quick.
So
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 they're
first
talking
focal plane, it maintains the perspective.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Is the best thing ever. Is what I
Yes,
was gonna say.
if you know how to use it, first focal plane is nice. It's just super user friendly. It maintains perspective throughout the entire zoom range. So that 1 MOA dot takes up 1 MOA at 1 power, at 8 power. It maintains that perspective to the target. Essentially, your target zooms and your reticle zooms in relation to the
Right.
target.
So your crosshairs get bigger as you
Yep,
zoom
it
in instead
appears
of
they
staying
look
really,
bigger.
really small.
Yep. In
Yeah.
a second focal plane, you zoom in, say to 8 power, and the target is 8 times bigger, but your reticle is still,
It's
the,
still
same
the
size.
same.
Yep. So you lose that perspective. So that the beauty of that is then now you know for ranging, for anything like that, once you actually learn your scope, learn your reticle, you can range it on any power, on anything.
You can
So-
zero as well.
Yep,
at
you don't have to
Indus.
zero at the highest
so,
power.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a huge benefit too. Because on a second focal plane, you always want to zero at your highest power.
Right.
And then that way, this one, it doesn't matter what power your zero is maintained.
Now I'm going to assume this is a Mod 5.
This is Mod 7 line.
Oh,
Yep.
So this is okay. Your new
Yep.
Mod 7 line. So
Yep.
this is part of that. So the way that Ride-On works is they have different mod levels, and the higher the level, the higher the. I'm going to say quality because your
Yeah.
quality is superior
So
on,
it's
on
kinda-
all your.
Mainly it's price
More
point
features,
based. Yeah,
yeah,
price point
you get
based, a
more
little more
features.
features. So we actually just debuted our Mod 1 line here at the show this week. Kind of entry level, sub $200 scopes, all the way up to our Mod 3, our Mod 5, our Mod 7 is kind of our high end line right now. And really, yeah, you're just getting more features. We use the same quality glass in everything we do, so the clarity.
And your glass is from Japan.
Yep, we source our glass from Japan, even in our $150 scopes. So
yeah, just for those listening, don't know, everybody sources their glass from Japan, or
Right.
Germany. So
yeah, if you any of the
quality,
high quality,
the
yep.
quality
Yeah.
scopes.
Yep.
do.
yeah.
Anybody that's in a high quality realm, you need to be getting your glass from Japan.
So you're offering the same glass at a better price point.
Yeah, what is the price point on that?
So this one's at $12.99. This
Okay.
is kind of our top of the line right now. But we do, like I said, everything from our Mod 1s. We have a fixed 4-power at $159.
I mean, you say $12.99, like, yeah, it's 12, but relative to other scopes on the market of this quality and that magnet, the 1-8.
Right.
I mean, how many other people have 1-8s out right now? I mean, there's
A lot.
Is that like the big, a lot of
Not in this price point. Yeah,
Yeah,
not
not
in this price.
Right, not at that value.
at that quality.
Yeah,
you know,
you're
so-
looking. Honestly, it's a $2,000 to $3,000.
And
scope
it's
price-
illuminated
Right.
as well.
Price over price on quality.
Yeah.
So
And this is illuminated
yeah,
also.
illuminated reticles. We don't do a daylight illumination. The way we design our scopes is low light illumination. You're coming from outdoors to indoors. You're doing morning and evening hunts, that type of thing. So that's kind of the basis for our illumination systems.
Can't just stare up at the sun.
Yeah.
Not advised.
Yeah.
Charge it and read the small print.
This red dot sucks.
Exactly.
And speaking of red dots, you did bring your new micro red dot
Yeah,
with the 3X mag.
We have our micro red dot 3X magnifier. Comes with a flip side mount. I know you guys are going to play with that for a minute.
I want to touch it.
Magnifier is 3X, comes with a flip side mount, pull, and it locks in position. Magnifier, right now, we're the only ones doing a 3 height different mounts that come in the box. So it's a 2 MOA dot, night vision compatible, about 1,600 hours of battery life on a CR2032 little watch battery.
So forever.
Yeah. So you can pretty much run it for as long as you want to on that little thing. And
What's
then,
this whole setup run?
So all our red dots are 285, and then the mag's 199.
For the
Dude,
set.
aesthetically, I mean, you look at it, you're like,
$7,500.
well, it's gonna be some high dollar stuff, you know. So I mean, I'm all about how everything looks. I don't care how it works. You know what I mean? No, I'm kidding. No, but it looks good.
It's
I mean,
sexy.
It is.
Our biggest kind of claim to fame is at any given price point we're at, you're not going to find a better optic.
Right.
And your
You know.
optics come with a variety of mounts also.
Yeah, that micro comes with 3 different height mounts. So a lower 1/3 co-witness comes with an absolute, and then a flush mount. So anything from ARs to shotguns to big bore rifles to we have guys throwing those on 375 H&Hs for safaris. We have, throwing them on ARs.
And you guys have a full line of rifle scopes. I mean, you're running
Yep.
the gamut on those as far as the different magnifications, different sizes.
anything from red dots, fixed 4-powers, all the way up through 624 50s, 5 to 25 by 56s, so and
Yeah.
everything in between.
I'm really digging these windage and elevation caps. I've
Thanks.
never seen anything like that.
Yeah, that's proprietary to us. That's a design I came up with. That's actually one of my very first sketches when I came up with an optic.
Nice.
Was that design kind of
Pretty neat.
That's kind of our turret caps throughout most of our line, except our Mod 7s.
Yeah, there's been a pattern going on here at the leg quarters. A lot of these products that we've seen are coming from guys from the field, from
That
guys that
actually
just
shoot?
yeah, well, law enforcement, mostly military law enforcement guys who see a need just in something so simple as that cap. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And just being a shooter, being an experienced shooter, you get frustrated sometimes with knurling. They get sometimes
exactly.
they vibrate and they get really kind of locked down. They're hard to get off,
Yep.
you know. And so that's just paying attention to detail like that is super important, and that comes from all that experience, you know.
Yeah,
so.
that was a big thing for us. Was I want to use it with gloves on. I want to use it when my hands are
Right.
bloody and
Yeah.
sweaty and muddy and you name it. So
Exactly,
that's a
yeah.
big one for us. As we overbuild the hell out of these things. I mean, you can hop on our YouTube channel, which is probably the same as yours, but we run them over with Humvees, we blow them up, we do everything. These things,
Yeah.
we beat the shit out of our
Yeah, they
stuff.
feel
And-
tough. I mean, they
and
feel super solid.
Yeah.
We haven't come out with a lightweight line yet. That's in the works. But right now, everything we build, we use thicker sidewalls in our scope tubes. We do everything kind of one step above.
Yeah. Well, for a
just to
1 to
keep-
8 with that quality glass, that is light.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
is
it actually
pretty
is.
light, yeah.
Yep.
And a 34 mil tube.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then we also, and I know the lead heads, they all know this, but
Oh,
we do an unlimited lifetime warranty where we kind of, coming into the game, we've been in business for about 4.5 years now. We know
Baby company.
we were able to take what everybody else was doing and beat it. So
Yeah.
we do an unlimited lifetime warranty, and we don't do refurbish, we don't do fixes. You bring one of our optics, you get it to us within 48 hours. We got a new one coming back to you.
Boom.
Wow.
So
Boom. And it doesn't. You don't have to be the first owner.
no, it's transferable. If it's one of our optics and it's your grandson and your great grandson, we'll warranty it. So
Wow.
Very cool.
that's big for us. Is customer service. We've all waited 6-8
That's
weeks
huge.
for a warranty, and there goes hunting season, there goes your trip, there goes your contest,
Right on
whatever
price.
competition.
Right
Yeah.
on service.
There you go.
Right on.
Right on target.
Yep.
So let's talk about that real quick. Right on. Where's the name come from?
We were joking about it earlier. It really just came from saying
Matthew McConaughey?
right on and shooting. Exactly.
Being right on.
Right on.
Yeah.
I didn't
Southern
pay for that,
rednecks.
so all they do too. I was like, all the Southern guys always get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, it came from just sitting at the range. And over and over, when we were trying to name this company, and over and over and over, people were like, "Man, I was right on. Man, I was right on." It's like, all right, I like that. Like, we can take a play on that. And and then you sit down somewhere and somebody says it 30 different times, and you're like, there you go.
Yeah,
It's
that's
there
it.
now.
Yeah, it's like that dog. You don't, that puppy in the shop, man, it finds you.
Exactly.
So you don't find it.
That website is Right On USA, RITON USA.com.
Yep.
Social medias, look up the same.
Yep. Right on USA, right on optics. Both websites, rightonoptics.com, rightonusa.com.
And we didn't even talk about the binos that you guys have, which are my favorite
Yes.
piece of optics that you are carrying. Now the 1-8 is going to be, but talk about your binos real quick.
Yeah, so we the first bino we started with kind of the ubiquitous 10x42, but we kind of took our take on it. It's an HDED glass, $599. So you're talking half the price of the competition on that one. We use a magnesium alloy frame. It's rubber coated,
Super durable.
Yeah, super durable, lightweight,
Built to take a
built
banging.
to take a pounding especially for the weight it is.
Yeah.
And the glass quality, no eye fatigue, no anything. You can look through them for days. So that was kind of a big one for us. It's glassy, and in Arizona where I live, that is hunting. In Montana where I grew up, you walk out in the field, you pick the elk, you want to shoot, and shoot it.
Yeah.
In Arizona, you sit for 3 days in glass.
Yeah.
And so that was huge for us to make the glass quality to a level that you can glass for hours without eye fatigue and be ready to pull the trigger when you need to.
Nice.
So
Nice.
So Charlie Melton's been using these as well. Our lead heads are no stranger to Charlie's been on the show. Long distance shooter, former military sniper.
Yep.
Say trained a lot of the guys that you've heard and watched movies about.
A real life Chuck Norris.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, it was
He
funny.
is.
We saw Charlie at the range on Sunday, and he
Training
still
with voice now.
had two prototypes of ours that we'd given him for feedback, because that's literally what we do. We come up with an idea, we create prototypes, and we get them in the hands of people that know a hell of a lot more than I do.
Sounds familiar.
So we let them beat the hell out of them, and he was still running two at the range the other day that I forgot he even had, and they're a couple years old, and he's still running prototypes. So I was like, all right, let's switch you out, man.
Yeah, we need to update those. They can't be out in the wild
Come on,
anymore.
Exactly. So, and then we actually we did an event with some law enforcement. One of my guys, Jeremiah, he's big into jiu-jitsu and competes, and Hoyt Gracie invited us out to an event out in Oklahoma about 6 months ago or so, and we got Charlie out to it, and see big old Charlie rolling around with Hoist. And, it was entertaining.
Nice.
So,
I thought that was hilarious. Yeah.
So it was fun. But,
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So check them out, rightonusa.com. Brady, thanks for coming by. I know you got to go.
I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you very much.
If you want to
for
stick
having us.
around, stick around. Definitely. We're getting ready to talk a little Freedom Munitions here, baby.
I apologize. I have
My
to run,
favorite
so-
ammunition company.
I know. I love it. So thanks for having me, and we'll talk soon, guys.
We're going to
For
be in
sure.
touch.
What
Nice-
about an
it's nice to
industry
meet you,
deal for
brother.
this guy right here?
There's my
How about
card.
an industry deal? Well, you could use the Talking Lead discount code.
Talking
There you
Lead.
go. There you
Discount.
go. Yeah.
So Leadhead, LEADHEAD. We'll get you guys.
25?
It was
Thir-
20.
That's
20?
generous.
20,
Nice.
but we'll do 25. How about that?
Throw
We'll
numbers
fix it.
out.
Shot
Yeah,
show
yeah.
special.
Shot
Shot
show
show special.
25,
Yeah.
Marty said. So
But
Yeah.
you want
We'll
to
take
talk
care of
about your
Leadheads.
LE and military discount?
yeah, that
'Cause
is one thing we
it's
do.
phenomenal, too.
Sorry, we're
No, you're good.
cutting into time here. We do. That's near and dear to us where we come from. That's my family. That's the people that I grew up with, and my dad was military law enforcement. I was military law enforcement. I'm a fourth generation military guy, so we do a 40% discount for all military law enforcement first responders.
Solid.
Nice. Bam.
Right on.
Yep, it is right
So
on.
you-
So
you
you
just
come
about-
directly to us through our website, and 40%
cut it
off.
in
And
half.
boom. Yep. So I'm not trying to make money on my brother, so I want to take care of them, and that's huge for us. So
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That is
very cool.
very cool.
So look us up, rightonoptics.com, rightonusa.com, and shoot us a message. Let us know.
There we
So
go.
perfect. I
All
appreciate
right,
it.
guys.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
I'll be in touch with you, buddy.
Cool. Sounds good.
All right. And you're going to leave these, right? We can keep these.
Demo units, right?
It's in the mail.
Deposit.
It's in the mail.
Loaners.
No, but seriously, we need to get him a T&E one.
So the wood
Test guns, just let me know.
Okay,
We'll
perfect.
get
Did
you
you
dialed
go
in.
on
Yeah. What's that? Oh yeah, thanks.
Perfect.
Cool.
I love it, man. Thank you very much.
All right, brother.
Cool. Talk soon.
Freedom Munitions.
Let's talk freedom.
Yes, sir.
So we've talked
All
to
things
optics.
pew pew.
So
Yeah.
this is why we need optics.
Yep.
For the ammo, baby.
Yes, sir.
So let's talk about it. And you guys do more than just ammo, too.
Yeah, so, Freedom Munitions is owned by the major company, Hollow Munitions and Technology, so that's the parent company. Extreme Bullets is one of our sister companies, so that's the component side. And then we've got Ammo Load Worldwide, which is like the commercial-grade ammunition loading machine. So, we sell machines to big companies, small companies. We sell components to big companies, small companies, other ammo companies, our competitors, a little bit of everything. It's very incestual how it all works. But
And dude, you should see that.
It works, right?
Yeah, I had no idea how ammo was made. When Jeremy and Jansen were kind enough to show me around, the facility, whatever. It's mind blowing.
Yeah.
And
It's
they
pretty
actually
crazy.
they're a lot like us. They we have to build the infrastructure to build our guns because they're so proprietary or whatever. These guys actually not only build the machines to build their own ammo, but they build the machines for other companies to build ammo as well, right? Yeah.
And we've got a full house machine shop too. So if there's not a machine out there that does what we need it to do, we just whip it up on the spot. We've got several engineers.
Make one.
Yeah, we just make it. Yeah.
And when I'm talking complex machines. I'm not talking about like
something simple. Yeah.
I mean, it's incredible.
Just draws it out on a napkin there. And
Yeah. And they just make it happen, right? But no, it's kind of funny too. Not to bring up some sore subjects, but a lot of people think that we're just a small time ammo operation. Some guy in his basement cranking on a Dillon 650, and
I don't
that
see
could
how
be
they
farther
can
from
think
the
that
truth.
with
You know,
volume that you guys. Are doing
we're
there.
loading 1 million rounds a day, so you can't really do that in Dillon 650s. You need about 1,000 of those to do that.
This is why Jeremy and Jansen and I are thick as thieves, as you put it the other day, is because literally.
Good thieves, not bad.
Yeah, we get beat up for the exact same stuff, you know, like delivery. And the thing is, like, when you make a product that nobody else is making, you're making it for everybody. You know what I mean? Yep. And so these guys, and plus being where they're located in Lewiston, when I flew in there, the FedEx plane was seriously like a single-engine Cessna. For these you guys waiting for Freedom Munitions ammo, just be patient, man.
Yeah, look up Lewiston, Idaho on the map, and you'll see some of the challenges that we face. Every time we ship, ammo's got to go ground too, and a lot of people
they're taking up the whole town because they're trying to find real estate to expand.
Seriously, we've got 4 facilities.
Tennessee's
in
got
the town.
a lot of land for you, buddy.
Yeah, but we love Idaho, man.
Yeah, it is beautiful.
Don't leave. Just expand.
Yeah.
Don't leave Idaho.
They are. They're taking over Lewiston. Like I said.
Taking over Idaho.
So,
anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. And that's one thing that we're trying to work on is maybe doing some East Coast operation stuff. Just because, like I said, like we're not Amazon. We can't ship stuff Prime. Can't ship anything air. It's ammo, so it's got to go ground.
Like you said, you got challenges.
You got challenges, especially when you're shipping from a small town in Idaho all the way to southern Florida, or shipping all the ammo that we ship to Chad. It takes a while, right?
This time of year, with the
but
weather.
I never complain because I know what you guys are always up against. You know what I mean? And it's you just can't beat it. You can't beat it, man. They make hands down the best ammo for practice all the way up to precision.
So hooked me up with some of your big bore recently.
Big grains.
Big grains.
Big grains. That's his baby.
Yeah, the big grains. Look at the big grains on Brad is what we called it. the last show, and I'm really enjoying those. I got the 308. Been using your 308. Mm-hmm. And I went on a hog hunt with that.
That's what I got my bear with.
Yeah, Boar Buster.
Yeah.
The Boar Buster, yeah. So the Boar Busters and the big grains, I'm loving those, man.
Cool. Yeah, it's good stuff. We've been shooting bears with those. I shot a bear up in Canada with that big grains load in 4570 that we were working on. And, just the different amount, I guess you'd say that the different types of ammos that we're coming out with lately, it's just some of the stuff is just amazing. Everything from our Hush to our Pro Match. We just dropped 6.5 Creedmoor this year. We were out at range day shooting that at 850 yards all day, just doing some Kentucky windage. The gun was only zeroed at 200, and we were hitting that plate all day at 850. Chad was there. He was seeing it.
Oh, yeah.
So
we had an RFB 24 out here last year, and you guys had drop shipped some 150 grain, just basic ball reman 308 ammo.
Yeah.
And we were hitting that 990 target. And I know, and I told Jansen about that, and he's like, yeah, that's a pretty good load. I'm like, dude, 990 with a 308. And I'm talking
it's okay. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, I'm talking like hoser practice ammo, dude.
But, it's like, we can do better, though.
We're
improving it.
Yeah.
Always pushing
like,
the
Chad,
envelope.
you think that's
right.
good? Just, give us another 6 months and exceed that.
Yeah.
You got to. I don't think you can ever rest on your laurels and expect to, be a successful
Absolutely
company.
Not.
So.
Yeah, and you guys are always pushing. We can see it. You go on the website. There's always something new introduced on there.
Yeah.
And there's other.
like you said, you're not just happy with what you're doing. You're constantly.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
We can't talk about the
No.
Can we?
Nope.
Yeah, they got. Yeah, just.
We're working on something.
Yeah, they're working on. They're always working on something. But the
Some
new
sneaky
thing
squirrel stuff.
Yeah, the new thing they're working on. You're gonna
So
like it.
It'll be
You'll
a
like
big deal.
it. Yeah.
What can you talk about?
New stuff for this year. I mean, we got
Yes.
a new hollow point, ballistic hollow point that we're doing in house. It's plated, so it's super cheap. Like I said, we're making it in house, so the price point on it is super low. We're doing a 50 count box of self-defense ammo. Everyone else is doing a 20 count, and we're doing it for the same prices they're charging for a 20 count. So you're getting 2.5 times ammo. You're getting 50 rounds for
50 rounds
$24.
for 20. Oh.
$24, and
Yeah.
it's comparable to a
50 for the
Spear
price of
Gold
20.
Dot. So
Nice.
it's pretty
That's
crazy.
great.
Nice.
Doing that, and then we've got some new 300 blackout brass that we're making in house, as well as a 199 grain plated 30 cal. So that's
I love
gonna
the
be the
300,
subsonic
man.
300 blackout killer. No one's gonna touch us at that price point.
Perfect.
I remember when the 300 was just started out and you couldn't get ammo anywhere, and I mean you guys had the 300 blackout, and that's you were my go-to for that. Man.
And guys, it's freedommunitions.com.
I bought so
Not
much
freedom
of it.
ammunition.
Yeah, not Freedom Ammunition.
That's some other guy.
freedommunitions.com.
Munitions.
Yeah,
So-
and I still have. I bought so much. I still have some of that original 300 blackout.
We'll have to give you some of the new stuff for sure.
Yeah,
it's,
man,
it's
I love it.
impressive.
I
It's
love it.
impressive.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
At a price point, I'm not going to go price points on that stuff, but it's half the price of what you're gonna buy.
And
a
you guys
normal
run
subsonic
you
300
run,
blackout
you run
for.
daily specials too.
Yep.
So
We're
always-
running a 5% off right now for SHOT Show, so 5% off and free shipping.
Go smash some hogs with that stuff.
Yeah.
Wait, he said and free shipping.
And free shipping.
Yeah.
So that's
nice.
huge.
So it's
That's
a big
huge.
deal when you're dealing with heavy
Especially
ammo.
with ammo, yeah.
So
Yeah.
Very
pretty
cool.
good deals.
So let's talk about some of the other things. I mean, you're known for your ammunition, your bullets. What else do you guys do?
Yeah, so like I said earlier, the extreme bullet side of the house, we do cases on that end as well. We're making pistol cases in-house. We're making that 300 blackout case in-house. We're working on getting some rifle cases going on 223 or 556. But, we're just doing everything that we can to do everything in-house. That way we're not relying on anybody else. So that's
And
the
from
plan.
time to time, you'll do collaborations with other companies.
Oh, yeah.
And you'll run like package deals, like magazines and
Sure,
uppers.
sure,
I've seen
yeah.
uppers on there before.
Yeah, we worked with the Men 2 guys. They're a magazine company out of Idaho. We did a private label brand with them, or private label mag with them. We're doing a STI pistol right now. Doing our Hush gun. It's been worked over to shoot our 165 Hush. This thing is money, man.
sweet.
Dude,
It's not cheap.
Did you not see that at IB?
No, I missed
No,
it.
it's not cheap, but it is a one sweet gun.
Yeah,
So-
you get what you pay for on that one.
Yeah.
And then, lots of collaboration. Seekins, you guys work with
Yep,
Seekins
work with
a lot?
Seekins. We're trying to work with Keltec.
Done a couple Keltec giveaway
Yeah, yeah.
things. Yeah.
I
Doing
can't
a ton of
imagine that would
giveaways.
be too hard to work
Yeah.
with,
Yes.
work with
So-
Chad on.
Well, we want to do that
Collaboration.
secret squirrel stuff with Chad, but
Lines of communication are just breaking down everywhere.
Yeah.
Actually, we're like texting all the time. Like,
Yeah.
No. So we're
Got some
the
things
fu-
in the work.
the future.
Irons in the fire.
Yeah. Future for us is gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Thick
good.
as thieves.
Thick as
Yes.
thieves.
Yeah.
So when this secret squirrel stuff becomes available,
NRA show.
NRA,
Yep, that's the plan.
would you guys come and talk to the Leadhead Nation? and-
Absolutely. We're going to have a launch party
Let us know.
at NRA, so you'll be invited to that, obviously.
Oh, thank you.
We'll be doing some shooting. It'll be a good time.
Love shooting.
Yeah.
Dallas, baby.
It's
gonna be
exciting.
Fun.
That's right. So let's mention NRA is in Dallas this year. For
That's
those
right.
who don't know.
Barbecue. That's all I can think about.
Yeah, I know. That's
It's always the food. It's always the food that draws you. you know?
always about the food.
It's
Yeah.
funny.
Right.
So-
I mean, like when you come to Vegas, you still think food. You're just like, ooh, I want to go to that restaurant.
No.
Haven't been to-
I think I want to not walk down the strip.
There's some great
There's some
food
good food
in Vegas. man.
Speaking of that, not to
Some
like
of the
detract
world's
the
best.
conversation, but I checked out Chinatown here. I've never been to Chinatown, Vegas.
we were just talking about
Oh
that.
my God, it's
Oh.
like 5 miles long.
Should explain something about Jeremy. He is an explorer.
Yeah,
Like
Okay.
he's the guy that will literally just pack a backpack and a lever action gun
Yeah.
and
just
drive
go.
like 5 hours
Up in the
north in the
mountain by
middle of
myself.
nowhere. Yeah.
kind of weirdo.
So tell me about Chinatown because
Yeah.
I think we're going there tonight.
All right, so not to give like a shout out for this restaurant, but Manta Ramen, man, this place was amazing. $7 for a huge bowl of ramen. I don't know if you ever had real ramen, not that like quarter a cup stuff, but this is legit. $7, awesome drink specials if that's your thing. There's a few other places out there. I tried
And it
sea
just
urchin for the
happens to
first
be-
time.
Could be a fueling station
There
for
you
tonight.
go.
I'm
I'm
down
going
with that.
Saturday. I'm going Saturday for sure. I don't know about tonight.
Oh, that's the other thing too. Jeremy always stays like 2 or 3 days later than everybody
Yeah,
else at every event.
unfortunately.
Because he's an explorer.
He gets stuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
yeah.
said sea urchin. I always heard you weren't supposed to eat sea urchin.
So I thought the same thing. I thought I was going to die eating this, but it was worth the gamble. You know, I was just tired after SHOT Show on Thursday.
You wanted to die?
Yeah, no. I
heard it'll kill you.
But no, it's actually blowfish. That's what'll kill you.
Yeah.
So blowfish. But this sea urchin, I got to tell you, I was a little apprehensive to get into that, but it was kind of weird, man. It was kind of like a booger, but it tasted delicious. Like the consistency was like a booger, but it tastes delicious, man. It was awesome.
So is it like the prickly?
Yeah, but they cut it in half, and it's just the stuff inside. They cook it, and it was cool.
Stuff,
yeah,
huh?
It was like $8 too. You can't beat that place, and they're doing like 25-minute foot massages for like $25 over there. Yeah.
What?
Dude. Yeah.
Massage.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, Chinatown is the spot. I'm telling you.
We're there.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
We're so there.
do it.
We got to explore Chinatown.
Quickly, the four questions. He's the newbie.
Oh, you are the new guy.
Should I be worried?
Do you want to start off?
No, you. I can't.
I'll
remember
start
what
it
they are.
off, and it'll come.
I only know like one of them.
All right. So, your earliest recollection of your first exposure to firearms?
Well, I'm one of those weirdos that start off with airsoft. I'm a young gun, so.
No, that's fine.
That's actually been
that
pretty
counts.
common. I've heard a few people say that already.
So
yeah.
my first interaction. So I shot a Remington 870 for the first time when I was 13 years old, and ever since then I'm like, all right, firearms are something I want to be a part of.
Was this a family gun?
Family gun, yeah. So actually, the funny thing is I'm from Chicago, so literally no one I know owns a firearm. It was my uncle's gun. But they think I'm like a crazy person out there because I was shooting 3-gun, doing all this stuff. I work for an ammo company.
Chicago's not always been that way.
Yeah, I know, but it's
well, not everyone in Chicago is that way either.
Yeah,
There's a lot of patriots in
true.
Chicago area.
I mean, they're not anti-gun and they're not pro-gun. They just don't know. And so for me, for them looking at me, they think I'm just like this crazy sharpshooter, whatever you want.
Do you still have that gun?
No, it was his gun. I got to shoot it for the first time. I don't own a Remington 870. I got a KSG because Kel-Tec's the way to go.
Jackpot.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with owning
Kel-Tec
multiple.
plug.
Shameless.
Now, do you have the new extended KSG 25?
No. I need to get me one though. I think it's pretty wicked.
Sexy.
AKA the Chicago street sweeper.
Yeah.
Any military law enforcement background?
Nope, none of that. I went
Any
to college.
arrests? Gone to jail? No, I'm just
I don't want to talk about that. Yeah. Maybe for another time, but no.
We'll skip that.
Yeah.
What about Boy Scouts or anything? You said you like to
No
explore?
Boy Scouts. I'm one of those guys that's kind of like self-taught, just decides to pick up skills left and right and just learn stuff as I go and, kind of screw up and then learn the right way to do things.
Yeah.
Business school, went to school, got a degree in marketing. That's pretty much it. Went from there, went to Optics Planet, worked there for a few years, kind of learned the industry, kind of seen what's what, tried to move up in the world, and now I'm at Freedom, so.
Yeah, he's a go-getter.
Yeah.
Definitely go-getter.
Yep. So
when it comes to pop culture,
all right,
it's a movie, a TV show, a book, video game, music. What's your go-to that's gun-related?
Heat.
Man, that was quick.
Frickin'
Heat.
nailed it.
You didn't have to think about
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
Heat all day.
Val Kilmer.
One of the
day.
best movies ever.
Yep.
That is a good movie.
Dude, so much
Side
gunfighting.
note, I have like a weird, I guess you could say, fantasy about robbing a bank ever since I saw the movie for the first time. So I'm just constantly thinking about a case of joint every time I go in somewhere. Yeah, exactly.
No joke. When I was a kid, everybody wanted to be a fireman or a policeman or whatever. I honestly wanted to be an international diamond thief. No joke. Yeah.
You want to be a
Chad
Thomas
the
Crown.
diamond smuggler.
I did.
That's hilarious.
That's funny.
That's
funny.
I mean, no joke. On the Uber ride over this morning, we were actually talking about bank robberies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. So, favorite scene in Heat? I just brought it up.
It's kind of a weird scene,
All of
but I
them?
like the scene when he comes in, puts the gun down on the bar, and just standing over that glass and just looking out. For some reason, that just does it for me because there's so much going on. That and the scene where he's having the face-off with Al Pacino. By far, two best scenes in my opinion. So
Very cool.
Yeah.
That was the first film, I believe, that those two
did together.
Did together. Yeah.
And then they did some other bogus films together. But
Yeah.
But that scene, the second scene for
quite
sure.
click after that.
First scene's kind of like a weird kind of indie thing that I got going on. But I dig it big time. So
Nice.
So, next bucket list. What's your next gotta have, wanna have? It's like
a tangible thing or a experience?
tangible.
Okay.
Tangible. I mean, it can be training too. Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
I was downstairs looking at. Well, we're downstairs. I was looking at that Arsenal Strike B or Archon, whatever their new rebranded name is now.
Mm-hmm.
That thing's pretty sweet. So I think that's probably going to be my next gun purchase that I'm going to pay full retail for. So unless I can find an industry deal. So
You'll
well,
find
I'm sure
a deal.
you'll get a deal on it.
So
Yeah, no
I think
doubt.
that's the next thing.
If
I'm
you
buying
can't
for
find it,
sure.
I'll find it for you.
So-
Or you will.
Yeah.
So
brought it unattainable. Price be damned, laws be damned. You could own anything.
Anything or any firearm?
Anything.
It could be a firearm.
Man, you're throwing me on the spot.
For example,
here.
George's answer was a yacht.
Yeah.
George wants a yacht.
George wants a yacht.
Man, I don't know. That's a tough one. You're going to really put me on the spot here.
A10 Warthog was an answer.
Yeah, that was probably the best one so far.
You know what?
A farm. A ranch.
This is not unattainable. I'm probably going to own one in my life, but I really love that new Raptor, F-150 Raptor. I want that thing. Every time I see one of those driving by, I'm like, take my money, you know?
All right, think bigger. I'm not satisfied with that answer.
Sorry.
You can go drop cash on that today.
I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you right now. I don't really.
All right, we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
We'll come back to that one.
As far as bucket list items or things to do, I need to go skydiving. That's the one thing I haven't done that I really need to do. So, only problem is I know I'm going to get addicted to it, and it's going to happen all the time.
Yep.
So I'm trying to push that one off.
That's right.
That's her. She went. 2 years ago? You went skydiving?
A
little longer than that. 7?
Just the other day, yeah.
Actually, 5 years ago.
I'm good at math.
Yeah. 5 years ago.
So,
yeah, she loved it, and she's been rubbing it in my face ever since. I'm scared. I'm scared of heights, man. I hate heights.
Me too.
I hate falling from heights as well.
Next question.
You don't remember? I was gonna let you do it. Arrange one.
I don't remember.
You guys are just making these questions up as you go, huh?
No, these are standard new guy questions. So, if you could spend the day at the range with anyone, whether they're
You're looking at them right here.
There you go.
No, hear the rest of the questions.
All right.
So, anyone, could be a group of people, could be a fictional character. If you could bring them back, from the dead.
Kennedy. John F. Kennedy.
John F. Kennedy.
We definitely do that.
Good answer.
That's a first.
Freaking good
and
answer.
Why? I don't know. The guy, he just, in his time, he did a lot with the little bit of time that he served in presidency, and I feel like I'd get along with the guy. I don't know what it is.
You click.
Yeah, I think I would click with him. So Kennedy. I
That
know it's an oddball, but
that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
Either him or Daniel Boone, I guess. I don't know.
Daniel Boone?
Yeah,
That's
they're kind of
good one.
extremes there. You've got Kennedy and Boone, but
Distant relative of mine.
Yeah, really?
Yep.
Wow.
He's like a great something uncle or something like that.
Something or other, yeah. That's cool. Yeah.
Very cool. All right.
Strange answer, but
did you have one you wanted to make up?
No, but if I could buy anything, it'd be a Hummer H1 Alpha 06.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my dream vehicle.
I think those are obtainable too. I mean, they're a little expensive probably, but
about $200,000 for the one I want. Yeah.
I mean that's nothing for Chad.
But it doesn't matter.
Keltec company vehicle.
How big or small the
write-off.
item is, it's just a matter of how much you want it. Like
Yeah.
I've always wanted one of those.
I want to own a planet. Boom! I said it.
You do. You own the Earth, bro.
You own
Talking Lead is taking over the world.
Very cool. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you for having
being
me.
on the show. NRA, definitely. We want to hear
We'll be there
the super
in force.
secret squirrel.
Yeah. We'll tell you beforehand, but we just can't do it right now.
Okay. Well, he knows I'm good at keeping secrets.
Yeah.
So.
There's going to be a lot of fun stuff going on there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Be a big event.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah. Barbecue.
There you go. Food. Feed our pie holes.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We're going to be back with more of the final day of the 2018 SHOT Show coming to you at the lead quarters here at the Keltec booth. 16741. If you're in town, come by. Running out of time.